Good evening. Sherlock at your service.
It's Harvey Holloway, the theatre owner, Holmes. He's no more for this life. And from the looks of things, it wasn't an accident. Unfortunately, I can't make heads nor tails from the note he left. I've got 3 suspects, but I'm hoping you might have a go at their alibis. I've hit a bit of a dead end.
A mystery at the theatre? I can't imagine a better way to spend the evening. I'll see you there shortly.
Red murdered. Proof in show. Was red the last colour he saw? Or are we dealing with some kind of costume clue? Maybe it's a red herring, nothing at all. I mean, it seems a bit like dramatic gibberish.
He can't have thought out his message too long. He was expiring, struggling to identify the culprit before passing. The typewriter was nearby, and his word choice necessarily economical. But he wouldn't have wasted those moments. Oh no. He typed exactly the words required to solve the case.
Well, I suppose we need to figure out what it means then. Macbeth is starting in a few weeks, and 3 people were late tonight. The director, an actor, and the theatre manager. Each of them had a good reason for being here.
Then let's get this game afoot and speak to the first suspect.
Harvey was the backbone of this theatre. We had creative differences, of course. I fought to make our productions better, and he wanted to make them cheaper. But he wanted this production to succeed. It's a modern retelling of Macbeth, a bold decision, and I think he was proud to have it in his theatre.
You said he wanted to make the plays cheaper to produce. Were you running over budget?
Not terribly, no. And it has more to do with the security of our stage props than my directorial experience. Things keep coming up missing from the prop room, and I have to buy another. Nothing too expensive, mind you. A watch here, an umbrella there. Not terribly valuable, but their absence matters on stage.
And the message, red murdered. Proof in show. Does that mean anything to you?
Could be a reference to the script, or a metaphor. The man wasn't particularly poetic, so if I had to guess, he was making a note about a scene from the play, and it just happened to be near him when he was cruelly taken from us.
Interesting theory. What do we say about coincidence? The universe is rarely so lazy. Tell me, why are you here so late this evening?
We've only a couple of weeks left before opening, and like I said before, we needed to secure the props. I was sorting them scene by scene and locking small items in boxes so I could protect them. I'll not have some prop thief undermine the greatest production of Macbeth the world has ever seen.
Though I suspect Harvey's passing may leave this theatre dark for some time. Lestrade, let's speak to the next suspect.
It's awful. I still can't believe it. I got my first major role in this theatre.
Where were you this evening?
Practicing my lines in the green room. I have the honor of becoming Fleance, son of Banquo and survivor of treachery.
That's an interesting way to frame such a minor role, Theodore.
There are no small roles, only small actors, Mr. Holmes.
So I've heard. Did you speak with Harvey Holloway this evening?
I saw him briefly when I came in. He was in a bit of a foul mood and seemed to only have crosswords to say. I told him I had better things to do and took my leave to the green room. I presume he went to his office, but I didn't see him again.
And what do you know of the missing props? They seem to be causing a bit of disagreement off stage.
That's between Harvey, Rupert, and Maggie. I don't concern myself with their responsibilities.
Very well then. Lestrade, let's speak with Maggie.
Harvey and Rupert handled the show. I handled the daily operations and the books. I'm not really into the drama side.
Can you tell Mr. Holmes what happened tonight?
I met with him around 9 about finances. He seemed tense, said he finally had proof who was stealing the props from the play, some pictures or something.
You don't seem concerned.
I'm not condoning theft, Mr. Holmes, but considering all of the expenses that go into running a theater, some missing props really aren't a priority. Besides, Rupert was worked up enough for the both of us, and Harvey was right there with him.
And if one of the cast or crew of the play was discovered to be the thief, would you be so cavalier?
These dramatic types take a lot out of you. Rupe and Teddy are nice guys in their own way, just like the rest of them. As long as they respect this theater and the operations that I'm responsible for, I'd rather stay out of it, to be honest.
And when did you discover Harvey?
Around 9:45. I went back to his office to talk to him, and there he was, just like you saw him.
Did you have any interactions with him between 9 and 9:45?
No, he was talking to someone when I was walking to my office from the ticket booth. I didn't really pay attention to who he was talking to. I just remember him being mad about something or other, and I made it to my office without getting dragged into it.
I can understand the impulse. Lestrade, it's time for your promotion from audience member to center stage. Ready your handcuffs. It's time to reveal the theater owner's doer and the proof itself.
Per usual, Sherlock figured it out. Do you know who the culprit is? Is it suspect number 1, Rupert Wexley, theatre director? Suspect number 2, Theodore Holloway, actor. Suspect number 3, Maggie Dunlop, theatre manager. Pause if you like, but I'm ready to find out who did it. So what's your guess, Holmes?
Of all people, Lestrade, surely you know I haven't guessed, but rather deduced the culprit, who is none other than Theodore Holloway.
That's a ridiculous allegation. Why would I do such a thing?
Wait a second, Sherlock. How did you deduce that? Is red a metaphor or something from the play?
Neither. Look closely. The T key is faded. The W sticks slightly. Remember, he didn't have much time. Certainly not enough to have proof read his note and correct the typos. He meant to write, "Ted murdered, proof in shoe." The final act of a dying man. He hid the proof in his own shoe.
Ted. Theodore?
Only one person here went by Ted. Maggie said it. The victim used it. Theodore, for all his flair, would never use it himself. But I suspect the common surname, Holloway, reveals a more familial relationship between Harvey and Ted.
So he knew his killer personally, and he called him by the name he knew him as, Ted.
Indeed. And these pictures? No doubt Harvey confronted Ted. That's what Maggie happened across on her way to the office. While Theodore claims it ended there, he reignited the confrontation away from possible witnesses. Suspicious of Ted's intentions at his office door, Harvey concealed the evidence in his shoe. When Ted's attack escalated, he probably assumed the evidence was gone with Harvey. Little did he know that Harvey still had one last act in him, identifying Ted and the location of the proof, a feat remarkable enough to forgive a couple of typing errors.
You think too much of Harvey. He thought he knew everything about theater, but the man knew nothing about developing character.
And yet, he saw right through yours and developed the pictures to prove it.
I never wanted it to come to this. I was just trying to make ends meet by pawning some cheap props. Why did he have to make it such a big deal?
Another case solved, Lestrade. No Macbeth, but a satisfying production indeed.
Let's go, Ted. I've got a 6x9 cell at the precinct, and you've just been cast as the lead. So here's the deal. Sherlock Holmes has solved a great many cases, most of which aren't exciting enough for Sir Arthur Conan Doyle or the other storytellers. While I'm not as good a storyteller as they are, I thought I'd give it a go. What the heck? I've got a million stories to tell. They may not make the BBC, but interesting nonetheless. While I'm learning how to make engaging videos that do the real stories justice, feel free to drop a comment on what you think. Any clues or ideas for the videos makes me a better detective and storyteller. Thanks for sharing your time with me. As the kids say, like and subscribe. It really helps out a lot. Check out my other videos too. Until next time, my friends, take care of yourselves, and when you can, take care of others too.